Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the objective type questions from the unit 4, the passive and active microwave devices. Okay, so in that the first thing we are going to see about the scattering matrix. Okay, so this video is completely that is the objective type questions from the S matrix and their properties and the general transmission line. Okay, so the first question you see, S matrix is four choices given. S matrix means the scattering matrix is shortly denoted as S matrix. The S matrix is a square matrix, a rectangular matrix, always 2 by 2 matrix, always 3 by 3, 3 cross 3 matrix. So which one means the S matrix is always square matrix. Okay. So the number of rows and number of columns is always equal for any S matrix of any microwave devices. Then the next one, S11 of the S matrix represents. So S matrix means if it is a 2 by 2, that is a 2 cross 2 S matrix means there are four elements is available. S11, S12, S21 and S22. Okay. So the S11 of the S matrix represents reflection coefficient, transmission coefficient, voltage gain, power gain. So the S11 of the S matrix represents the reflection coefficient in a transmission line. Okay. Then the next one, the S matrix exists for dash. 2-port network, 3-port only, multi-port network, 4-port only, multi-port. The S matrix exists for any number of port. Okay, if it is a 2-port network, there is a 2 by 2 S matrix. If it is a 3-port, 3 by 3 S matrix. Similarly, the S matrix exists for multi-port network. So n number of for any port network, we can apply this S matrix. Okay. Then the next one, for matched junction, which one is correct? Okay. So SII is not equal to 0. SII equal to 0. SII equal to 1. Modulus of Sij equal to 0. So here the I is nothing but a number of rows, J is mentioning number of column. If for a matched junction, the condition is that the SII value equal to 0. So what does mean by SII means? So the diagonal, that is S11, S22, S33, that is said to be the SII. So for a matched junction, the S11 value 0, S22 value 0, S33 value 0. Okay, this is the condition. Similarly, the modulus of Sij equal to 1. Okay, so by in this for matched condition, this SII equal to 0. The second one is a correct choice. Okay, then the next one, for reciprocity network. Okay, so if the given network is a reciprocity network, which one is true? Okay, so the four possible condition is given. One is Sij is not equal to Sji, Sij equal to Sji, Sia equal to Sji, Sjj equal to Sji. So for reciprocity network, always Sij equal to Sji. That is, for example, S12, S21. Both values are equal. Okay, for a 1-2-port network, S12, S21 must be equal. Similarly, for a 3-port network, S12 equal to S21, S13, S31 value are same. So this is the condition. So for reciprocity network, the condition in terms of the S matrix is that Sij is always equal to Sji. Okay, then the next one, for symmetric junction. So for symmetric junction, which one is true? So here the Z11, Z22, Z12. So these are all the Z parameters. Okay, S means this is the scattering parameter. Similarly, Z11, Z12 means this is the Z parameter or impedance parameter. So for symmetric junction, which condition is true? So for symmetric junction, Z11 value is always equal to Z22. Okay. So the B is the answer. Z11 and Z22 value are equal for symmetric junction. Okay. Similarly, for reciprocal junction. Okay. For reciprocal junction, what is the condition in terms of Z parameter? Okay. So for reciprocal junction, the Z12 value and Z21 value both are equal. So Z12 and Z21 is equal for reciprocal junction. So these are all the symmetric and reciprocal junction in terms of Z parameter. Okay, so this is the reciprocal for reciprocal network in terms of S parameter, Sij equal to Sji. Similarly, for reciprocal junction in terms of Z parameter also Z12 equal to Z21 for a two-port network. Generally, we can say Zij equal to Zji. Okay, so these are all the conditions. The next one, the unit of return loss is dash. So in a transmission line, what is the unit of return loss? Okay, so there is no unit for the return loss. So the loss, it is mentioned in just in number. If you want to convert in some dB means we have to use the formula 20 log of that number. So the unit of return loss is nil. Okay, there is no unit. Similarly, the insertion loss has no unit, unit of watts, unit of volt, unit of ohms. So the insertion loss is also having no unit. Okay, then the return loss. What is the formula for the return loss? So the return loss in terms of S parameter, 20 log of 1 divided by S21, 20 log of 1 divided by S11, 20 log of S11, 20 log of S21. So the return loss in terms of the S parameter is that 20 into log of 1 divided by S11. Okay, so the scattering parameter S11, 20 log of this is the formula. Then the next one, the scattering matrix of a reciprocal network is dash. Symmetric, asymmetric, identity matrix, null matrix. So the scattering matrix of reciprocal network. So for one reciprocal network, the scattering matrix, the S matrix is always symmetric. Okay, this is the condition. The symmetric means, so already you know for reciprocal network, Sij value equal to Sji value. That is, if it is a 2 by 2 matrix means S12 value, S21 value both are equal. So for for reciprocal network, the scattering matrix value is symmetric. Okay. Then the next one, if all ports of microwave network are matched condition, then the diagonal elements of the S matrix of the network is 0. Okay. If all ports of the microwave network are matched condition means then the diagonal element. So diagonal element means S11, S22, S33 value. The diagonal element of the matrix is 0. So the statement is true or false. So the statement is true. So when all ports of the microwave network are matched, so no power is reflected back to the particular port. So that's why all elements in that is SII value. SII means S11, S22, S33. If it is a 3 cross 3 matrix, the diagonal elements, all elements are 0. Oh, so the statement is true only. Then the next one, if the microwave network is lossless, okay, if the microwave network is lossless, then the S matrix of the microwave network is dash. Unitary, symmetric, identity matrix, zero matrix, unitary matrix. So if the microwave network is lossless means the S matrix of the microwave network is unitary. Okay. Then the next one, a lossless reciprocal 3-port network can be matched at all 3 ports. Okay. So one lossless reciprocal 3-port network can be matched at all 3 ports. So all 3 ports are in matched condition. This is true or false? It's a false. Okay. So a lossless 3-port network can be only matched for 2 port. Okay, so there is no possibility to match all ports. Okay, so so for lossless reciprocal 3-port network, 2 port only matched condition. So not all 3 ports are matched condition. So this is the false statement. Then the next one, what is the designation of the lowest frequency microwave band? So the microwave band, what is the lowest frequency microwave band? V band, X band, KU band, L band, L band. So in the microwave band, it starts out of this 4, which one is the lowest frequency microwave band means L band. Okay. Then what is the designation of the highest frequency microwave band. R band, Ka band, V band, L band, R band. So R band is the, out of this four, R band is the highest frequency microwave band. Then the next one, what is reduced by using choke flanges? Okay, so if you are using the choke flanges, which one is reduced? Refraction, reflection, absorption, cancellation, reflection. Okay, so the reflection is reduced. Then the next one, what is the name of microwave transmission line that is used in printed circuits? So which microwave transmission line that is used in printed circuit? Okay, used in PCB means the microstrip. Okay, microstrip is used in printed circuit board. Okay, then the next one, two wire line are used as. So two wire lines are used as radiator, transmission line, filter, and a TEM wave generator. So the two wire line are used as transmission line. The two wire line is used as a transmission lines. Okay. Then the next one, the characteristics impedance. The characteristics impedance is that not of the transmission line is dash. So what is the formula for the characteristics impedance is that not? Okay. So already these questions you studied in transmission line and waveguides. The characteristics impedance of the transmission line is square root of L by C, square root of C by L, square root of L into C, L into C. So the Z naught formula is, it's the square root of L divided by C. So the ratio of inductor divided by the capacitor. Then the next one, the transmission line is used as dash. The transmission line is used as antenna, stub, oscillator, filter. So the transmission line, it is used as a stub. Okay, so in transmission line, we studied the single stub and double stub matching, you know. So in order to match the impedance matching, in order to provide the impedance matching between one source and load in transmission line, we are inserting the stub, single stub and stub, double stub. So simply the transmission line is used as a stub. Okay. Then the next question, the Z naught means, you know, the characteristics impedance. The characteristics impedance of lossless transmission line for which L equal to 2 millihenry per kilometer, capacitor C equal to 0.2 microfarad per kilometer is dash. Okay. So here the question is, we have to find out the characteristics impedance Z naught. So for this transmission line, L value is given, C value is given. Okay, so we have to find out the Z naught. So what is the relation between the characteristics impedance and inductor value and capacitor value? So already you know the characteristics impedance Z naught is equal to square root of L divided by C. Okay, so you just substitute what is the value of L? 2 millihenry per kilometer. So 2 milli means into 10 to the power minus 3 divided by the capacitor is 0.2 micro. So 0.2 into 10 to the power minus 6. Okay. So if you are calculating, we will get the answer is 100. So the characteristics impedance of this transmission line is 100 ohms. Then the next one, the coaxial line supports only TE mode, TM, TEM, TEN, TM. So TEM, transverse electromagnetic mode. Okay, TM, the coaxial line supports only TEM. The next one, the standard value of Z naught of the coaxial cable is dash. So what is the characteristics impedance of the coaxial cable? The standard value of the characteristics impedance of the coaxial cable is 50 ohms. Okay, 50 ohms. Then the next one, the velocity of propagation of wave in coaxial cable is dash. So the velocity of propagation of wave in coaxial cable is given by the formula V naught divided by epsilon r. Okay, so the velocity of propagation in coaxial cable formula is V naught divided by epsilon r. VSWR is dash. So what is the formula for the VSWR? So the four choices given. 1 minus modulus rho divided by 1 plus modulus rho, 1 plus modulus rho divided by 1 minus modulus rho, then 1 minus rho by 1 plus rho, 1 plus rho by 1 minus rho, where rho is the reflection coefficient. So the VSWR, the correct formula is that 1 plus modulus rho divided by 1 minus modulus rho. Okay, so where rho is the reflection coefficient. So B is the correct answer. Okay, then the next one, if ZL is equal to Z naught, the VSWR is dash. Okay, ZL means load impedance, Z naught is the characteristics impedance. If in one transmission line, the characteristics impedance and the load impedance is equal means what is the VSWR? So if the line is in matched condition means there is no reflection coefficient. So but at the time, if ZL is equal to Z naught, the rho value is 0. So the reflection coefficient is 0 means then the VSWR is 1. Okay. So you see here, first we have to find the reflection coefficient. The reflection coefficient formula is that ZL minus Z naught divided by ZL plus Z naught. So here the given condition is that ZL is equal to Z naught. So if the both the values are equal means, so in numerator 0, so 0 divided by something is 0. So the reflection coefficient is 0 whenever the load impedance and the characteristics impedance is equal in nature. Okay. Then you just substitute this rho value in VSWR formula. So what is the VSWR formula? 1 plus modulus rho divided by 1 minus modulus rho. So the answer is 1. So if ZL is equal to Z naught means the VSWR is 1. Okay. Then the next one, if the VSWR is 1, what is the reflection coefficient? Okay. So if the VSWR is 1 means we have to find the reflection coefficient. So you see this question only, the VSWR is 1 means at the time what is the reflection coefficient? It is a 0. So 0 is the answer. Okay. So here in reverse you see VSWR formula 1 plus rho by 1 minus rho. So if you are substituting this reflection coefficient is 0 here means we will get the answer is 1. Okay. So the reflection coefficient is 0 means the VSWR reaches it's a 1 value. Then the next one, if the VSWR is infinity, what is the reflection coefficient? Okay. So the VSWR, it is 1 plus rho divided by 1 minus rho. So here you just substitute the reflection coefficient value as 1. So 1 plus 1 by 1 minus 1. So 2 divided by 0, it is infinity. So in which condition the VSWR reaches infinity? The rho value is equal to 1. Okay, so whenever the reflection coefficient is 1 means at the time the VSWR value is infinity. Okay, then the next question, if the R0 value is 75 ohms and the load impedance is 50 ohms, find the VSWR. So already you know the formula for the VSWR. So the VSWR is equal to 1 plus rho modulus rho by 1 minus modulus rho. So in order to find the VSWR, first we have to calculate the reflection coefficient value. So what is the reflection coefficient formula? The reflection coefficient is equal to ZL minus Z naught by ZL plus Z naught. So you just substitute here. Here the load impedance is 50. The load characteristics impedances, it's a purely resistor 75 ohm. So 50 minus 75 divided by 50 plus 75. So we will get a minus 0.2. So the modulus of minus 0.2, it's a plus 0.2. Okay. So the modulus of rho value is 0.2. So you just substitute this rho value in VSWR formula. We will get 1 plus 0.2 divided by 1 minus 0.2. So we will get the answer as a 1.5. Okay. So these are all the some of the questions about the scattering matrix and the reflection coefficient, the relation between VSWR and reflection coefficient. If the line is lossless means what is the VSWR value and so on. Okay. In the next video, we will see about the directional coupler and power divider, magic T and so on. We will discuss the questions. Okay, so thanks for watching my channel and please subscribe my channel for more videos and keep watching. Thank you.